Well, good evening. Welcome to Sunday Night Thoughts for May 3rd of 2020. Today is day 50 of I kind of say May 15th was our last time that we met for worship. And so it's been 50 days since our last time that we met for worship. And so sort of this lockdown stay-at-home order. And as you can see from last Sunday night, I managed to give myself a haircut. Still got a little problems, got a couple of stray hairs I got to fix up. Today has been, after a really kind of stinky week as far as the weather. It was not really the greatest of weather, but after a couple kind of cold, blustery days, today was just absolutely little blustery, but absolute blue sky, beautiful sunshine, warm. It's like 74 out there. It's just absolutely gorgeous. And so today is 50 days since May 15th. As I mentioned during the sermon this morning, it has been, sometimes it's almost mind-numbing routine. And so you kind of just go through the motions. And so it's been a really interesting couple of days, couple of weeks. But this morning I preached from Genesis about Abram. I encourage you to take a look at Jane Rubietta. She's an author and speaker. Not a Wesleyan, but Methodist, but very good, some good stuff. And she talks about Abram going to Canaan and then encountering a famine. And this really does feel like a famine. So I encourage you to check out her devotional series. It's always called Finding Something, and you'll really, I think that they're really good. So we had today was one of those days the tech just about got the best of me. Just not the way I wanted to start the day, but we got through it and we had a wonderful time of worship. Matter of fact, as we were worshiping together, I grabbed my guitar and sang along with what I already played. So it was kind of cool to do something different and play along. But it was really cool. But this week's been pretty routine. The same thing happens day after day. We're gonna do a little bit different. This thing's a little different, but one of the things that's happened this week is I've really had a chance to get my running game back going. I gotta get some of the pounds off. This has been rotten for doing that. But we're getting ready to celebrate James's graduation. He's finished up his finals on Friday, and he's finishing up his thesis for his senior project. And so we're doing all right, although sometimes it feels like the four walls are collapsing in us. So it was kind of fun today after worship. We tried to use the Sheets app to go get something to eat at Sheets because I've been wanting to get a hot dog, but I don't want to go inside. So we tried that, but it wasn't working very well. So we ended up going to Arby's, and then we decided that we were going to take around our Sunday school quarterlies to all of our people so they can kind of be ready for when things kind of start up. Pennsylvania is currently in red, which means we're at a stay-home order. But on May 8th, our county, one of the counties in the northeast, the counties in the northwest and north central will be progressing from red to yellow, which for most of us doesn't change much, but the gathering limit, instead of gatherings of all sizes prohibited, it changes it to 25, but still gives us things to think about as a church. And so we're going to start taking a look at that. One of the things I've committed to as a pastor here is beyond Any gathering bands is, at least at this point, continuing our online presence. So Sunday mornings we'll have Church Plus. There will be an online worship segment, which I think that's good. And then I just got done, reason I'm down here is I just got done talking with our seniors at our high school, working on a baccalaureate service that we're going to do virtual for them. I think that's kind of cool. It's something that I've wanted to do, even though we're not going to have a live in-person service. So I wanted to encourage you. The last verse that I read this morning in the service was John 10:10. And it says, "The thief comes to kill and destroy, but I have come that you might have a rich and satisfying life." So I want to encourage you to continue to seek after Jesus in these days where it feels like the walls are collapsing in. I want to encourage you to seek out Jesus, the only one who can give you rich and abundant life. Have a great week. We'll see you next week.